What's going on, my intergalactic pals? And today, talking about some ideas for some decks for the new leaders that I find interesting and can be playable, but all these decks are not going to be competitive. They're not meant to be. The cards I'm going to throw out, it's a handful of cards that I think that would see play in those decks. And yeah, this is just my ideas of a fun deck that would be fun to play. Doesn't, like I said, I'm not building a competitive tier deck, I'm just building a fun deck. So today's leader I'm talking about is Governor Pryce. I believe I'm saying that name right. Its card effect is pay 1, tap, ready a token unit. Its epic action is deployed on 6. It's a 4/6. This unit gets +1/+0 for each ready friendly token unit. On attack, create a spy token. Pretty strong effect, especially if you can figure out a way to give it overwhelm or the ability to attack more. If I was going with this build, I would more so lean towards green, because green does make more tokens effectively and benefits a little bit more from it, I feel. The first card I'm going to talk about is ISB Shuttle. 3 for a 3/2. When played, if a friendly unit was defeated this phase, create a spy token. So again, it plays off the idea of we want tokens, we want to have them. If a unit was defeated this phase, a friendly unit was defeated this phase, we create a token. If we have the ability to, we're going to pay that one, we're going to tap, we're going to ready that spy and swing in for 2. Next card I was thinking about was Corporate Warmongering. It's 4, give a friendly unit +3/+3 for the phase, give each other friendly unit +1/+1 for the phase. So this plays, again, ideally you're going to have a lot of tokens, you're going to have a lot of other units that kind of benefit this. And if you're playing it later on and throughout the game, you'll have your leader deployed, making her a lot stronger, giving her +3/+3, and giving all the other tokens +1/+1. For 4, I think that's pretty good. It's no overwhelming barrage, but nothing's ever going to be an overwhelming barrage. It's just going to be overwhelming barrage. Next card I was looking at was Crucible for 6. It's a 5/5. When played or when defeated, give an experience token to each other friendly unit. I mean, just the fact that on 6, you can have your leader deployed, you can play it, and then if you have your tokens that you've been building up that haven't been defeated, you now have +1/+1 on all of them, plus your leader gets +1/+1. I think that's really good for 6, and it just buffs up your stuff, and then when it's defeated, buffs up your stuff again. So I think that's a solid card. The next card I was looking at was an older card. Didn't see any play, was in Jump to Light Speed. At 7, it's Scramble the Fighters. Create 8 TIE Fighter tokens and ready them. They cannot attack the base this phase. TIE Fighters, you get 8 of them. They all come into play ready, and it just buffs up your leader. It's just, I put this in there because it buffs up the leader. +8/+0, essentially, for all these TIE Fighters, and then you swing for 4. That's 12 power right there, and if they have no Sentinel, you're doing 12 damage. You're doing almost half damage of a normal base. The base has 30, so close to almost half. Next card, you can't have a token maker deck or a deck that cares about tokens without a token maker, and one of those token makers is Pogle the Lesser. 2 for a 1/4. Whenever you play another unit, you may exhaust this unit. If you do, create a Battle Droid token. Again, it just plays on the idea that you're constantly going to play other units, and he's going to make units for you. And if you stack the Crucible correctly on play, you exhaust the Pogle, you put the token into play first, and then the Crucible comes in, finishes off its when played, and gives the +1/+1 token to the Battle Droid. Next card I was looking at is Cloak Commander Cody from Twilight of the Republic. It's 5 for a 4/4. It has Overwhelm, and if you have Coordinate, each other friendly unit gets +1/+1 and gains Overwhelm. You're gonna be making a lot of tokens, and especially if you make those TIE Fighter tokens, you're gonna have 8 of them. That's gonna give you Coordinate right off the bat. They're gonna get +1/+1, so there'll be 2 2s. And if you just bombard into something to weaken it out, then you get that excess damage over. It does help. I think it'll work really great in this deck, because again, we're trying to mass produce those clones or mass produce those tokens units, and just have multiple things and give XP across the board or power-ups to make them stronger and survivable. The next card I was looking at was Kraken. I believe I'm saying that right. He's 5 for a 2/5. When played, create 2 Battle Droid tokens. On attack, give a friendly token unit +1/+1 for the phase. Give each friendly token a unit +1/+1 for the phase. Another strong card. He comes in with 2 additional units for us, and when he attacks himself, he gets +1/+1 to each friendly token. So that's going to work for our Scramble fighters, or for our TIE fighter tokens. It's going to work for our spy tokens. It's going to work for our battle droid tokens, or any other tokens we try to generate throughout this game. Next card I'm going to talk about is the Invisible Hand. When played, create 4 battle droid tokens. On attack, you may exhaust any number of friendly separatist units. Deal 1 damage to defending player's base for each exhausted unit this way. 8/4/4/7. If we're getting late into that game, I still think, again, this isn't a competitive deck. This is for fun, and I see this as fun. I see this as I'm creating 4 battle droid tokens, and my leader benefits from those, so I think this would be a good card. Even if you're building a Twin Suns deck, I think these are still strong cards. Next card is Battle Droid Legion 9 for 6/5, exploit 2. When defeated, create 3 battle droid tokens. So hey, if it dies, we get 3 battle droid tokens out of it. But other than that, that's really what he's in there for. It's a big unit. It's a unit that creates unit tokens for us. Next card I was looking at is Evil is Everywhere. It's 3. It's a disaster. Defeat a unit with a cost equal to or less than the number of evil or villainy aspect icons among friendly units. If we're making those battle droid tokens, they are villainy units. So that will help us be able to essentially defeat bigger things that we normally wouldn't be able to with smaller units. I just thought that was a really great card, and it pairs well with this deck. And the last card I'm going to talk about is the Vutan Pala. Pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. I could be wrong. This unit costs 1 less for each friendly droid unit, and hopefully if we have Pogle on the field, we're creating those units. They're surviving. Potentially make this free. Make it 4, make it 5. I think 4 or 5 would be pretty good. And then, as an additional effect, each friendly droid unit may be exhausted to pay resources as if it were a resource. So it's just a really strong card. We're making battle droid tokens as it is. We're going to use those battle droid tokens to create additional resources for us to play other things faster and hopefully swarm the board. But that's just my take on a deck idea. Tell me what you think down below. What other cards would you add into it? I could see this being a Twin Suns deck. I just don't know what other leader to pair it with, but who knows? As always, please be safe out there in our big galactic world of ours. I'll see you around.